West Coast
America Season 29.
Hey guys!
Oh my
God, it's so good to see you.
You all look so good.
I'm looking at everybody going, oh my gosh, you guys look amazing. Honestly, I really appreciate you doing this. This is fun. It's fun to get all together. It's like, I haven't seen you guys in so long.
Yes! It's like a reunion.
Bean, I don't even remember seeing you with your hair down.
Yeah, I feel like I always had pigtails. It's also longer, even though it's still short.
Welcome, everyone. We are here for a West Coast in America reunion, mini reunion. Woo! Season 29. I'm going to have everybody introduce yourself, what you're about, what you love doing, and maybe one idea, one fact about food, something that you like, you dislike, whatever you want to talk about. My name is Olive, aka Pineapple O. I'm an artist in Brooklyn, New York. I'm also a musician. I have a band called Late Cambrian. I do performance art and I create experiences. Right now, I'm eating watermelon every single day. It doesn't need cooking. It's just chop, 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 chop.
My name is Rebecca Bean Ripley, but I just go by Bean. That's what you guys know me as. You guys know me, but people maybe not watching, I go by Bean. I am an athlete. I'm a gymnast and a content creator. And I have an online gymnastics community where I teach gymnasts about the mental side of gymnastics. And I just love posting on social media. I think it's super fun. And I'm super happy to be here. Oh, we were doing a food thing too, right? I've gotten a lot better at cooking. I eat really healthy. I'm still not amazing at it, but I've gotten better. Maybe that's a boring fact, but I'm improving.
Good.
Good for you.
I'm Miss Portia. I teach belly dance. I'm located in Miami. I teach online and I've become a content creator, influencer / mompreneur. And as far as cooking, I learned a lot, but I hired a housekeeper. And so she's been doing all the cooking and I'm dedicating my time to work. So I learned a lot, but I'm not using it.
I literally tell myself that I'll feel like I will have made it once I have somebody cooking for me.
Oh,
so that's my whole life. I'm like, once I have somebody cooking for me, I feel like I will have made it in this world. So
good for you.
Good on you.
I'm Nick. I'm a juggler. I'm currently at doing some shows right now, so I'm at a hotel. I don't have my normal setup, which I'm sad because I have my fun gamer setup. But yeah, I'm on the road right now doing some shows. I also, just some big news, we just bought a new house. So the house has 20-foot ceilings in it. So I'm going to be able to practice juggling indoors for the first time in my life, which is super exciting. A food thing, I guess I was technically doing this before the show, but I still enjoy baking bread. That is my favorite thing to do. It's very easy. Just put it all in the bread machine and go. I don't even do the
oh, you know how to do that? Lee, please go.
Okay, well, I've done a lot since you guys and I were together. I've been doing some TV work and voiceover, and if you are even interested, you can see me on Netflix's show called Bad Thoughts, Episode 2, and an Emerald Nuts commercial. And then, of course, you can see me in August, but then since I've seen you guys, I have gone totally deaf. And so I've had to recently got surgery for a cochlear implant, and they're going to be turning that on tomorrow. And then I'll really have to hustle because there's a whole lot involved in getting acclimated to it. So that's, and I teach as well. I am scared of social media, ladies. I mean, you guys are killing it. It's fun to see everybody else's, but I'm thinking, how do you have the time and the creativity to do all that? So I'm the older generation. I'm everybody's grandma, I know.
Hello, I am Ricky Downs, a wacky comedian from NYC. Currently, I'm parked in Brooklyn right now because I'm actually going to be seeing a friend of ours perform. I'm off to see Chef Ann Burrell do improv comedy. So,
Ricky and I are going to go to Second City. Yeah, we're excited. This
Yeah,
was
we'll
a
see.
surprise.
Yeah, so we'll see if she remembers us. Well, I have never, and nor will I ever eat duck. So that is my
Ah, that makes sense.
yes. So that is my food, the fun food fact of our feathered friend. A little alliteration for everybody.
I proudly state to everybody, the people that I have talked about it to, is Anne couldn't break me. I still don't know how to cook. I'm stronger than she is.
Where there
I
are
love
times
you.
that I feel inspired to try more, but it's still a learning process. And there are things that I can just eat, like watermelon or macadamia nuts. I'm just also fine without cooking.
Throw it in the microwave. That's good for me.
But I would say it makes us all braver.
Well, when you're under stress and adrenaline rush, there's no telling what you're capable of.
That's true.
If we are on a movie set, on a movie like press tour, we can't
Oh,
talk about the movie and we don't want to spoil it, but we talk about the process of making it or why we think people should watch it, right?
I like that.
what is everybody's favorite standout memory of the experience?
I love the green room. My favorite part was hanging out with you guys.
Me
That
too.
was like the best.
Mine was that entire Saturday that Nick taught me to juggle. We were the like permanent backups. We were there for what, like 10
Three.
hours,
It was
and
the
they
whole
asked
day. Yeah,
us
it was
the
crazy.
whole day.
Yeah.
And all we did, I just remember it was like a compliment and the worst thing ever because they're like, you guys are the backups because you're responsible. And we're like, awesome, we're here, hair and at least me, hair and makeup ready completely to go. And we just sat there all day. But we made the best
Yeah,
of
they
it.
were like, you guys aren't gonna complain about anything. We're like, you're right.
We're like, you're
Wait,
so
just
right.
the two of you?
I went with
You
the
juggle
least
all day?
Yeah,
dramatic.
us too.
The least dramatic people, they knew.
Yeah, they just sat us in there.
Manipulate.
I was so annoyed though. I was like, dang, I
And we're
got
the
like
performers, and we
5
were
to
the
get
least
ready.
dramatic.
Yeah.
I enjoy going to karaoke with Bean, Precious, and Cari, and we're like the coolest kids there. Like, I bloody killed it with Nicky, Corey. The redhead did the Hamilton, he did. And
You
then Bean,
killed that song. You killed that song.
kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Thank you, Bean. You and Precious did that wasn't me by Shaggy over here.
Yeah.
Cook the steak,
Oh.
it wasn't me.
You have a good memory. I can't
I
remember.
really enjoyed the green room. Yeah.
I like putting on makeup next to, I think it's Portia and Bean. And putting on makeup and like getting ready next to each other.
You know what else I really loved? The day when Julia went rogue and went to Wales. That was an
We
awesome
didn't know.
day.
We didn't know if she was coming back.
We're like, we have
We
nothing
were
to
like-
do.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I remember producers told her not to, and she went anyways. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but awesome.
Well, it's too late now.
True.
Yeah.
How about we talk about what we're going through our minds when we were cooking?
I was so
remember
traumatized. I don't have a memory of cooking.
I don't care who's next to me. I was like, I have no time to interact, but like it was cool. It was Chris, it was Goselle. I remember looking at the wall and I couldn't tell whether there was a fake or real food or like I'm just looking at the wall thinking, is it a wallpaper or are these real? Can I use them? And it was so chaotic. I just started running in circle and past everybody's fridge and then finally calmed down. But it was not easy.
It was stressful. So
It was
I was having anxiety the whole time. I got
Oh,
back
I
to
know.
Miami and
I
I
felt
was
so
like, I
bad.
need my psychiatrist.
I
I was
remember
like,
you
somebody
said-
help me. I'm in crisis. And yeah, no, it was just so much pressure. I don't know. I was having anxiety the whole time, guys. Like Matt was my big cushy pillow. Like I'd snuggle up against his arm and be like, calm me down. I was just panicking the whole time.
You
I
I
know,
remember
so much
that.
pressure.
You seemed calm, cool, and collected.
I loved
It was
him.
it was really challenging for my end because I was like the funny comic relief, and so I have to do shtick, but I have to do shtick that won't annoy Chef Ann Burrell because she was kind of like some kitchen pal. And so I had to do the comedy, but like I couldn't like do too much shtick. But then I also had to actually cook the food, and then it was like the time crunch, so that was a part of it too. And then you have to riff with the person you were next to. And I usually was paired up with Julia, and Julia kept turning my burners off, so that was another.
She gotta be here. I miss that girl.
Well, we had a choice of our priorities. Do we have something at the end to put on the plate?
Yeah.
Or do we make sure we do every little thing totally correct? I picked get something on the damn plate. That was my objective.
I was making sure that I clean the side of the plate, even if I have like 3 seconds. Nick, what was it going through your head when you cook?
Honestly, my mind just like went blank the entire time. Like it was so hard because like you would sit down for so long, like when they show you and you're like, I got this, but then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we gotta go, and then just nothing.
They do that on purpose. Because if they let us practice or look at our notes while we're in the green room, they wouldn't have anything fun to show on TV. Because we'd have it appear in our heads still. So they deliberately sabotage us.
Yeah. I remember Ricky has notes walking back and forth.
I know. I had notes too. My notes were like crazy, and then I couldn't make sense of them. And I was like, oh my gosh, so much stress. And then Anne would come by me and I'd be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I tried to make the mise en place. Like I was so worried about it looking good. And then, but I'd mess everything up in the process. It was super anxiety for me with her.
I never knew what half the stuff was.
I would just, for me, it's like this, and also to be frank, and for those learning at home, like Worst Cooks in America was like one of the nicest sets I ever been on.
It's true.
Wow.
Like I can only imagine like the real like mean reality TV shows like Hell's Kitchen with like Gordon Ramsay or like their Real Housewives. Like what is that environment? Like if this was stressful enough, like but it's like, hey, it's a fun cooking show, guys. We're gonna have a fun time.
True. That's true. That's a good point.
Like, hey, donkey, come here, you! Like when that's going on, woofa.
I remember in the green room, I said to some of you, like, what if this is a dating show and on top of this we have to date? Like, can you imagine that it's mental, physical stress and then still have to like look like you have fun? And other shows would, I think, encourage contestants to drink so that they're really drunk, right?
Oh, wow.
Feel like overly confident. Like they would show us how to do it. And it seemed so simple. I'm like, I can remember the steps. Like this is a piece of cake. I'm just gonna go have fun. And then you get in that like environment. And you're like, oh my gosh, the time is clicking. There are 100 things going on. And I just remember yelling at Chef Gabe all the time, like, help! What do I do next? And he got annoyed of me asking so many times. He's like, you gotta stop asking me and just do your own thing. I'm like, okay, I'll try.
Oh, and then when the producers come around and talk to you while you're trying to cook. And I remember he asked me, what are you making, Lee? And I said, gravy. And he said, what's in it? And I look at him and I say, gravy?
Oh, that's good.
I swear that there was one point that the producer came over and he was telling me, tell me about what you're doing. And I was like, listen, I looked right at him in the camera and I'm like, leave me alone. Go to someone else. I really want to make this right now. I think it was the pasta. I really was in it. And I'm like, I don't even want to talk right now. So yeah.
I hope they keep that.
I told them to go away.
Yes.
Which you sign in your contract that you won't speak to the camera and that you can't have that kind of interaction. And I obviously
high stress moment.
Oh, you spoke to the camera.
I talked to the camera.
I said, get away. Leave me alone. I want to cook the what's it called? Mesaluna. I was like, I want to make my mesaluna. Just come back later. Let me just have a few minutes of because I was really excited about it. I didn't want to talk about it. I know that was the whole point of the show, but I was just at that point, I was like over it.
Alone.
I was like, I want to actually enjoy this. And it was so stressful. I couldn't, you know.
I offered him bites, but nobody would take a bite. You know?
Oh, I kept forgetting to taste my food. I just forget.
I still don't.
I did not taste it.
I never tasted mine either.
I have a question. What do you think was one of the best cooking tip that you carried with you that you really use or that you remember? Because I have one.
What's yours? Go first.
So mine is when you're boiling pasta or potatoes, the water has to be like the sea. Though you have to put so much salt in the water that it tastes like the sea, and that's the trick. So that I have remembered and I've used over and over, and yes, it does not disappoint.
Don't be afraid of salt.
That's probably mine, is to not be afraid of salt, to actually
enhances flavors. Yeah, I agree, Bean. Salt enhances flavor.
Mine was not to get the red line on my finger.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
I still don't get why we can't do that. Lee is referring to holding a knife and don't put your finger here. Otherwise, Chef Ann will go around and mark your finger in red. That happens every season, I think.
Like a control thing. So when you're pinching the knife, you can really I've gotten a lot better at my knife skills. That is the one thing I went onto the show to learn to do. That's one thing. I feel like I can chop things, but that's not all I've learned, really.
Have you ever juggled knives? I feel like
I was gonna ask that.
I've juggled 5 knives. I did on the show, I think. Spoilers. Because again, spoilers, but Chef Ann was
freaking
out when it was happening when I took out the knives to juggle.
You did? Just a handle.
I loved it, Rick, when you were doing that, when we were playing that game and we were on teams and you ended your thing. I don't know what that was. And you ended it with this flourish, boop. That was priceless. I have that memory in my head. Yeah.
I miss the ducks.
Cari!
Hey.
Okay, you got home. Hey, Cari, introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, what you do, where you are, and one food thing about you.
Well, it's Cari from the Big B, Boston. I make music. I'm an artist. And one food thing about me.
Yeah, like a fun food.
I like that we just make a word like a food thing. It's we get it.
I don't eat no seafood.
Oh, remember?
We all know that.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Not even fish sticks, huh?
Not even a fish stick hates to see me coming because I'm throwing it right in the garbage.
Yeah. Well, that's okay.
Yes.
That's okay. I don't like anything green, really. Like avocados or Brussels sprouts.
No, Brussels sprouts? Brussels sprouts is so good.
Lee, you don't like vegetables?
Well, not all vegetables, but just most of the ones I don't like are green.
Broccoli?
No, I'll eat broccoli and green beans and peas. But some of the vegetables that Chef Ann had us working with, I had never seen before or heard the name. And then when she'd say we have to do this with it, I'd forget what it even looked like to go find it.
Right. Some of the words don't match the picture in our head. I've never tasted
when I see fennel anywhere.
Yes.
Fennel, yeah.
I've never tasted fennel just by itself. We have to pass it around.
What the hell is fennel?
I remember not knowing what a shallot was. I had no idea what that was. I was like, it's an onion. What's a shallot? That was a huge mind-blown moment for me.
No, remember when they made us eat rabbit?
The what?
They made us eat rabbit, remember?
I remember that.
I felt like they were abusing us because I was like, we're eating bunnies. That right there was too much for me.
It's
Chef
whack.
Gaten.
Ari, you have
Well,
to make a rap song, like
yeah.
a jingle that we can use for our podcast. And
Wait,
like
that's me.
everybody has like a line, like you have a line for everyone to
Mhm.
describe who we are, and then we can have like like a cool
Okay.
intro, outro.
Okay, period. I will definitely.
And we can all put it
Actually,
on social media, you know?
yeah, that's it. I gotta make a song and see if Chef Ann will be in it because she's like, you like when my last day when I was there, she was like, you gotta make a song for Cari Shuffle because it's gonna become something iconic with the show. And I was like, geez, and she's like, I'll be in it. So hopefully, if
Hold her to
she
that.
will do it, that'd be so cool. So
She loves you. She
I
absolutely
don't,
adores
I
you.
don't know
Yeah.
why. After she scared me, the abuse really. I feel like I had Stockholm syndrome because I was just like, whatever it takes, whatever it takes, because she was scaring me. I'm not gonna lie. You can ask Portia. We was up there. She was yelling. In Lee, we was getting and Nick. We was all getting yelled at daily. We was like, oh, she said, tighten up.
I can't say it, but I'll never forget looking at you. And you were like, I can't say why, but you were like, don't tell her. And then I told her I had forgotten.
Wait, what did I tell her?
Hey, you know what? If we have to say, just say it, and I'll bleep it. It will be more
Okay.
exciting, right? Or just cut the
So
part out.
remember, I forgot to put the pears in my
Oh
pear
yeah, you
mescaluna.
did.
And you were like, don't say it. And I was like, I forgot the pears. And I look over and you were like, no. And she was like, look at me. Don't look at them. I'm in charge. And I was like,
And when you was calling her
guess she
I
Ann,
gives
had
me
a
a new
mic
one.
on and I was muttering a lot of things and I forgot the mic was on. So,
Oh my gosh, the mic. I would always talk about what's his name, Guy, the main, I guess,
yeah, the
what would his
director.
position
Yeah.
be? The
Abe.
Yeah.
director?
Or
The director.
floor director.
We would mess with him so much. I know he could hear us. It was me and who else was doing it? I forget if it was Julia, but we were like making, like funny comments and
You
just
know.
wondering who was hearing them.
Over
Hopefully
here,
they took their
everything.
silence.
That's funny.
Well, the whole crew was connected to one brain, with their headsets and everything. So if one person knew it, the whole company did. And I got a kick out of the medical guy.
yeah, he was funny.
Oh, he's so sweet.
Yeah, I wanted his attention right off. And that's, I face planted on the first day before we even got on set.
No, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
Crazy. No, you fell straight onto
You didn't do it on purpose, did you?
That was backstage, huh? That was before we
Yeah.
were even out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
before the first
The producers were scared. They're
time we went out, right?
I'm
She
sorry,
fell
what?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
She fell right on me and Precious, and we didn't really know each other yet. So all I see is a little old lady on me. I said, oh. I didn't know
It's
what to
physical
do.
comedy, see?
I literally had to pick her up. I said, oh my gosh, Lee. She's like, oh.
Well, I was
Bringing it
standing
to a
right
whole nother
behind you,
level.
Cari, and I just remember you being like, "Oh my gosh, what's happening?" Like
No,
you were
literally.
freaking out.
I didn't know.
I
what to
remember
do.
Carrie being very protective of everyone.
Cari was like, oh my God, he was not only worried about his own competition, he was trying to help me next door. And I was starting to cry because that
Aw.
was so sweet.
You know I love you. The thing is I didn't want to be like this. I'm not gonna lie. I came in with a game plan. Our game plan was I'm gonna be like how should I say, like not devious, because I didn't want to be like a devious person. I didn't want to be cutthroat. I'm like, I gotta do this for me. But then after I got to know you guys, I was like, damn, this is like my family. I can't just see Lee fail, especially the way Chef Ann was going in on you, Lee. I said, I gotta help her any way I possibly can. And my dish, I'm not gonna lie, my dish, I didn't even think that my dish was better than Lee's, and I was surprised when I passed through and Lee didn't. And I was like, wow. But they said you
Well,
was
I think
done.
Anne and I just didn't click, and that's okay. I mean, it's just a damn television show. And,
Oh, yeah.
there were so many times I wanted to just get in on with her, but I kept saying no. It's her show, her rules.
Right.
But
You was trying to get the paint.
I was trying to befriend her before we really got into it. Like I'm not used to being on TV and doing all that stuff. So we'd be in between takes and I'd be like, Anne, oh my gosh, we have the same shoes. Because we had the same shoes. Hers were silver and hers were red and mine were silver. And for a split second, she started to talk to me like a person. And then you saw her like get out of it and back into like character, I guess.
yeah.
So
And so
interesting.
I felt like, oh, that's right. She's at work. Like she's working.
Oh, got Todd here. Like working with one another, working with the crew, the director, the host, and that everyone knows that a million things are happening at the same time, and we have to like focus and keep going. And then you feel that when someone doesn't have to be nice to you, but they just go the extra mile to make you feel comfortable.
Totally.
You know, whether it's like a cast member or someone
Oh, the crew
behind
I
the scene.
love. Everyone
You
in
know
the crew
what?
was wonderful.
The crew is amazing. But you know what I realized when I got back, and I don't know, maybe this is just for, my own experience, but I realized that, on set, it's acting. It's not 100%, real. And so people would switch characters and for me, I was just like, what's happening right now? Because everyone in the green room is one way, but then when we were on camera, it was like turned up a notch, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Like that's the whole point. Like that's TV.
Well, we are performers. That was the theme of the season.
It's
We
true.
went up there and we performed.
My attitude performed then, but not the belly
I did
dance.
tell Gliselle that I learned from her from watching her in the green room. She
Uh-huh.
was so focused. She was like recharging. And then out there it's like,
No,
like,
Gliselle.
Yeah, I was
ah,
like, who
I
are
should
you right
probably
now?
stay calm, be backstage and not be like we just so excited we just kept talking.
Yeah.
Hey, Todd.
Hi Todd. Todd, can you
Hi,
introduce
Todd.
yourself? Tell us where you are, what you do, and a food thing about you.
And a what thing about me?
Something about food.
Oh, geez. Hey, everybody. Todd Zimmerman. I'm in Orlando, Florida, currently. And a food fact about me. Boy.
And also, what do you do?
What do I do? What do I do? What do I represent on the show? Is that what you're asking? Or what do I do in
Like,
real?
what's your passion? What do you do for a living? What do we need to know about you?
On the show, I was representing my clown community because I was a clown with the circus for many years, and then currently I run an entertainment company based out of Orlando, and so that's what I'm doing now, and that is also a passion. Entertainment's a passion for me overall, and then food fact. Well, what a fact is. I love this is this food? I'm very particular about my wines. I'm kind of bougie about my wines, and I love a really, really beautiful bottle of wine. And bourbon too, but wine specifically.
Yeah. And you told me that you want to own a vineyard in the future.
Yeah, that would be my wildly ambitious goal is owning a vineyard at some point. So it's just about chilling with a nice glass of wine and your friends.
Cool.
Well,
does your wife make you cook anymore?
She does. As a matter of fact, I last night had some friends over and she made me make not homemade pasta, but she made me make some pesto and saute some mushrooms and it was delicious. It was good.
Look at you.
Chefing it up. We did a bunch of like favorite moments. I feel like we didn't all answer that one.
Okay.
Outside of the kitchen, just in London.
Were you with me when we went to this fancy, like
The tea?
Tea thing, and we totally took over. They couldn't bring out the biscuits quick enough, and we're like,
we need more. We are
No, literally.
and then they just
sandwiches?
stopped and they just brought it in like, bulk.
They were so nice. I just remember them giving us like our own little jams to take home.
They gave us
And
our
I
own
was
jam.
I was so grateful for that. I thought it was so good.
I actually have an off the set, out of the green room story.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were all staying at that hotel, super, we're in the financial district, super fancy, nice hotel. And I brought all of my equipment to live stream because I thought that I could do some live streaming while I was there. So I bought an amp, a sound system. I brought everything. Okay. And I had the adapter, but I didn't have a converter, or I had a converter, but I didn't have an adapter. So I didn't realize that. So I plug in this brand new system. I start playing music. Fire.
You started a
There's
fire in the
fire
hotel?
coming out of the speaker. And I'm like, oh my God. So I unplug it. I take my big heavy coat. I drape it over. And I'm like, it's full on like smoke. And I don't know how a fire alarm did not go off.
Wow.
Because if we were in the US, the alarm would have went off right away. My room was like smoke. And I thought, oh my God, now I'm going to evacuate the whole entire building and they're going to know it's me. And everyone's going to be mad at me. And it was crazy.
And this whole thing doesn't even have to do with cooking. Wait, when did that happen?
That happened, it was a Friday night, and I think we
In the middle
started,
of-
on Wednesday? I almost set the room on fire because I didn't have an adapter or whatever. So the voltage was too high. So the sound system was on fire.
Oh my
Basically on
God.
fire.
It was
So
lit.
I don't know how the EU and their whole fire alarms work, but definitely.
That's
You
crazy.
got stories.
That's insane that happened. That was like at the beginning too, right? Like right when you got
That was right. I told you, I think.
What a
I
way to
told you
kick
guys.
off the freaking
I was like,
show.
well, I
That
guess
was
I'm
our
not live
first
streaming.
night. Or Thursday we came in.
So
Friday.
then Friday night. It was Friday night. So it was the
Oh, the
second
exact
night.
day? Jeez.
Okay.
High stress.
I did return the sound system to Amazon. I said, just doesn't work. Side.
Money back.
Pay for Prime for a reason.
I'm
wouldn't-
surprised we didn't need a sexual harassment or bullying meeting on Friday. We needed to, keep your room safe.
That was one of the weirdest things for me, is coming in and immediately going into that HR meeting.
Yeah.
That was so strange.
It was very serious.
Right? And then when we were trying to get to know each other, like, don't talk to each other, like, save all of this. And I was like, what is happening right now?
It was so weird, right?
Yeah.
Yes. It was
so weird. It was strange seeing you guys in the restaurant, and then when we found out, I'm like, oh, I've seen her. And I remember I talked to Olive.
Yeah.
And I like and I was looking at everybody that came into the hotel. I'm like, she's on the show. I bet it.
I
wasn't
met
on the show.
I saw Cari. We talked, but we didn't talk about why we're here.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I was like, why are you?
I still had never seen the show. I still haven't
never
seen
had
the
either.
show.
You still haven't.
Still have it?
I never did.
That's awesome.
I don't even know where Food Network is. Like, I don't know. I don't
You're
watch
not
TV,
waiting
so
to
I've
get an
never seen the
episode.
show. I don't know I don't know anything. I should have watched, so I had an idea of what I was getting into, but.
Well,
that was what when you were doing your interviews, did your producer ask you to watch the show?
Yes.
Because I didn't know what I applied for. When I applied for the show, I just got a friend of mine tagged me in a post that said they were looking for clowns for a TV show. And I sent my clown headshot, had no idea what it was for. Zero idea what it was for. And it wasn't until I think interview 3.
Yeah.
I did 6. Did you guys all do like 6 producer interviews prior to?
not that many.
I think I did like 3.
Yeah, I think like
2 or
3.
3.
One on the
video.
phone and 2
I had
videos.
like 4.
And a cooking video.
Yeah,
and
the
I
video.
think
Yeah.
I think I did 6 producer calls
Wow.
prior to, and like by the second or third one, I think it was the second one. They kept saying, well, "What's your worst cooking experience?" And I was like, I don't cook. I don't know what."
Like,
and they're like, "Well,
perfect.
yeah." They were like, "You know what this show is?" And I was like, "I don't. You called me after I sent in a clown shot. I don't know what I'm doing." And
Yeah.
so I think it was the third one that the producer was like, "Okay, before we talk to you again, can you please go watch this show?" And I was like, "Oh, okay."
That's crazy. That's awesome.
I got an email for it, and I thought that it was like a fake email. I was like, why would they cast on? How do they find me? And the first thing I asked the person, the casting director, was, how did you know I cannot cook? Like, how do they pick people?
They just looked at you and they was like, she must not cook. She's too creative. Like, oh. I don't know how they got from this.
HR meeting.
Food profiling. Food profiling.
Did anyone remember that HR meeting? Like Chris announced that he was like breaking all the rules. Like I've been talking.
Still up. I think the post is still up.
Doing live streams, talking the whole world to my followers that I'm going to be on Worst Cooks America. I'm filming in London right now, and Graham, our producer's eyes almost like popped out. They're talking like,
did he get fined? I want to know.
They all just stood there like all the producers was like.
So where's his fine? Where's his fine? Because I want to know, did he ever get fined? Because
no, I don't think they care.
It's still up there.
Didn't happen to read
I've been telling
so.
everybody, I'm like, guys, at this point, I'm like, one day I'm going to be Worst Cooks in America. I don't know when, but whenever it is.
One day. It's true.
Well, I wonder what they're going to edit out and what they're going to leave in.
I'm scared about that.
Me too.
It's going to be the most embarrassing, demeaning part.
I know.
For all
There
of
was
us.
a point when we were doing interviews after, such a long day, and I just wanted to get it over with, that there was a point where I was like, I looked at my producer, I called him Freddie because he looked like Freddie Mercury. And I said, can you just tell me what you want me to say? Like, just lead me in. I was like, I'm so tired. I don't remember. He would be like, when you were cooking, this dish 2 days ago, I'm like, I don't
You have to
remember
use
2 days
present
ago.
tense. Like, I am making.
That was hard.
That was.
So I told him, just tell me what you want to say.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say?
And they wanted us to bash each other, and I couldn't do it. They was like, so what do you
I
want to say
didn't. I
about
didn't
that?
bash anybody.
I didn't bash
I didn't
anybody
either.
either. They was like, oh, like they told me, they're like, Cari, you're not giving us what we want from you. And I'm like, you guys want me to be mean. I'm like, what do you want me to say? Everybody's dish was nasty, and I seen it when I looked at it. Like, and then they kept making me do scenes over and over and over again. I was like, I'm ready to go home. I said, we get here at 10 a.m. They're already mad at me because I'm late every day to come downstairs. And then they're like,
It's true.
I get there and they want me to be the last person to leave. And I'm like, how do you guys expect me to study my notes for the next day? I feel like I was in college and I have to study all these notes every single day to make sure I know what Chef Ian's wants. And then all I see is Team Blue smiling, giggling every time. I literally was
Right?
going
I feel
through
like
hell.
they got a softer side.
Oh,
Right.
Chef
like
Avery's
we were-
literally the best.
Yeah.
He's like the kindest, wanting to teach us how to cook.
Well, you know what,
Wow.
Cari and Todd, both of
so
you,
good.
both of you are tops in my book to go as far as you did.
Oh yeah.
Period.
Only one of you obviously could get the money, but you guys were both winners to get that far and be still standing and have some energy left to just get on the damn plane.
Yeah, the energy, man.
It was
Going
fun.
back to views, I'm curious because they were really pushing for a Ricky Julia love story. Actually,
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Were they
No
really?
way.
they were like, "So Ricky, how about Julia, huh?" And I played into it. I
During
don't
the
know.
interviews.
Yeah, yeah. I was doing shtick, like, I know a thing with Rick, Julia, I'm not sure. And then marry with a husband. I think we could be a great then.
No,
So
that was funny.
I don't know if they were also doing with Julia, but curious, redhead and blonde, who knew? So I'm not sure what's gonna happen there in the edit, but yeah, we definitely that was quite a bit of a Rulia shipment going on. Or
No, that
Juki.
was funny. I love that.
Question, guys. Like how I know it's Food Network, and so it's family oriented, the show. Do they bleep out foul language? Like if you give the middle finger, would that be in with just a bleep? Or would they just not put that in? Because I've never seen like a full episode of the show.
They
I've only
just
you
leave
seen
it
curse?
out with
Did
a
you
funny
curse?
little
They keep it, but
decal.
they bleep it. Yeah.
I cursed a lot,
Well,
like
I did
70% of the time.
I did ask a
And I have
producer
kids.
because there was one moment where she was just saying like, "Oh, there's like another version where it's like less censored." And because I remember in some of the interviews, like I was swearing a ton. And then I had to message her after. I was like, "I'm so sorry, but like most of my audience are children. Like, can you guys make sure that doesn't get in there?" So I'm crossing my fingers that it is all bleeped out
Well,
because I dropped some F words and I
asking
don't do
me,
that on
or
my page.
they kept making me or directing me to profanity more. You can say fuck, say fuck.
No way.
I think they bleep it, and then if you're like, there's something they don't want to show, they put like animation,
Right.
kind of like cover it.
But did
At
you
this
guys
point,
get
though,
to
what's done is
perform?
done. If it
Right.
gets out
You know, I don't know how they're gonna
They're gonna be
portray
like,
any
Barbie
of
was
us.
cursing. Barbie was cursing.
no, I'm like, oh my gosh, I was not thinking. I was just in the moment,
He was
you
having
know.
fun.
I was
But
having
did you
fun.
guys get to perform your talent?
No,
No,
I
that
didn't.
was
I was
funny.
bummed.
No,
I
can
know
I say this one
Nick
thing?
did. Of course, Todd and Cari did. I
No.
don't think.
I didn't get to. I
Yeah,
was so
there's that.
bummed.
I was the
Okay.
episode
Yeah.
right
Well,
before.
that's why I had already kind of knew what the day that I was going to get eliminated, so I kind of planned some stuff.
I did.
Yeah, you did good in your exits. Both of you and Ricky. That was
Ricky's
great.
exit was
Ricky's
iconic.
It
was the
was so
best. I was
good.
like, go,
Oh, yeah.
Ricky.
Yeah, I wonder if they're not gonna keep. I wonder if they're gonna keep that. That was actually a very. I mean, that was funny. Like the actual exit, but like me actually talking about my friend who passed of anorexia. I wonder if they're actually gonna like. That might
I
be able
hope
to
they
happen.
do.
Yeah.
Well,
That led to me because you had told me the story. So that was for me.
Yeah, it meant
very
a
moving.
lot.
but I'm
Yeah,
glad you guys got to perform what you really do.
I mean, in fairness,
And I
I
hope-
did.
Hold on a minute, though. When we got to perform what we really do, it was a minute or less, and you know that that's not going to make it onto the screen anyhow. But it was literally like, you guys are going to have time to do your acts of whatever it is, and then they were like, nope, cut it, nope, cut it, nope, cut it, and go. And so it's not going to be the best representation of any of our actual skills.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah,
But
it's like an
it's like-
afterthought almost.
And they had us standing up for so long. Everybody's feet were killing them. Because after we did the cook, we had to sit and watch everybody perform. And when, like Todd said, we had to cut so many times. We were just there for I think 3 hours just sitting there. And then our cook was like late, so our food was really cold and it was bad. So
And you were on camera while
we
you
were
were
on
watching?
camera like this, just standing.
Okay.
Having
that
class.
was the most stressful day for me.
By
of
far,
any
yeah.
of them.
I heard there was a lot of tears that day.
Well, that was the day they tried to break us, I think. And then on top of that, I mean, they tried to break us a lot, right? But on top of that, they made us do the thing that was most precious to us, that we were on the show for, right? Like, this is your skill. And then they kind of were like, yeah, this is your skill. Do it right now. On top of 2 full cooks that day and
a day to practice everything. It was rushed. Everything was so rushed.
I made up a song in the hotel room the night before.
I
literally was staring at the tile. I'm like, okay, once upon a time I was the worst cook in America, and then maybe I will win, maybe I will lose. I'm gonna just write the song in my head. And I got to do a bit, and then I think I saw the edit, it will be in there. And I just quickly painted something. I think it's up to us to make it a thing. You know,
Yeah.
when the
Yeah.
spotlight is shining on us, we just try to like link it back to like, okay, now you can see the rest of my world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Respectfully, what was Olive and Glozell? What was Olive? What was your like? What was your like? What were you? What was your talent? Were you a singer? Were you a performance artist? Like, what did they bring you on as?
They put me down as performance artist because Kyle and Matt are singing, so they don't want everyone to be singing. But they
Yeah.
also didn't let me do the performance art piece where originally they told me I can do it with Chef Ann and you guys, which is my bedtime ritual, and you guys can all get on the comforter. But obviously, you don't have time for that. And then I understand why they want us to just represent our field, and yeah, it's okay. I already will. I plan to make some merch with my drawing of my first dish. You know, just
Period.
make something to fun to play with, and then a year later, like we're all different people.
And maybe get on redemption. You might get a
true.
redemption season. Maybe like
Well, what-
come back.
We have to wrap this up right now, but we should do it again, and maybe one that we can just have all spoilers at the end. And
You know, I do have to say this is. Thank you for organizing this again, Olive. It's
Yes.
lovely. I think this is what 2 or 3 that we've done now, and being. I'm usually the only one on the blue team representing, so I'm glad that you're here today because it has been like all red team.
Ricky!
And what I have to think.
Where's
Ricky?
Ricky?
Yeah.
And what?
But it's been like a bunch of red, and I think it's like a Stockholm syndrome. Like the red team was so like that you guys have to relive your nightmare over and over and over
I'm
because
so
you've been
traumatized
smiling and
that we stuck
laughing.
together.
that's why they're here to talk about it.
We
Well, next
have to.
Have you guys done other podcasts or just like the meetups?
No, we haven't done podcasts.
we
just
didn't
done-
record it last
I was
time.
like, I didn't know that.
Well, I have one more
And-
question
and
to ask everyone.
I stand corrected. Rick was there, but most of the time it was the duck, so I didn't see your face. I think that was the thing.
Well, what about the Monday after we see the first episode?
That'd be good.
We do 2 things before we wrap up because Ricky and I have to go to see improv. Let's just do one take where we all say Worst Cooks in America season 29 just for the fun of it. And then I have a question for each of you.
Okay.
We might not be able to link up, but we'll try. 3, 2, 1.
Worst
Worst
Cooks
Cooks
in
America!
Season 29.
29.
One more time.
That was so not in sync.
That was really bad.
Bad.
We're fired.
3, 2, 1.
Worst
Cooks
Cooks
in
in
America.
America.
Season
29. Okay, I'll do some post-production.
Horrible.
So
There's going to be a lot of post-production.
yes, it is a lot of editing out because it's just for us. Everybody answer the question. Why should people watch it? And whether you recommend getting on the show.
We're all like, maybe.
Okay,
You go first, Olive, so you can show us.
definitely don't miss out on this season because you have never seen a season of Worst Cooks in America with a cast like this. This is a very diverse, very talented, very real cast, and we really truly love one another, even though we also want to win.
Well, of course, you got to watch season 29. If you want to see plates on feet, if you want to see juggling, if you want to see a duck, if you want to see a voodoo clown, and if you want to see me, of course, Cari from the Big B Boston, you got to tune into season 29 of Worst Cooks of America.
I think you should watch because everyone on the show is authentically themselves. I mean, you spruce it up a little for the camera, but it felt like everyone was who they were off stage, which I was not surprised by, but it was kind of cool just to see everyone being themselves.
I realized right away that our stress was their entertainment, and it was fun. I had a blast. I found improv chops that I never knew I had, and just went with the flow because it is a crazy TV show. watch the show because this is a great cast. We're authentic, we're ourselves, and we actually supported each other, even though we were competing.
Yes.
Yay!
And personally, my experience was literally a 10 out of 10. It was so fun to be on camera and to meet other performers and other amazing, just different personalities. I had so much fun getting to know everybody and just like expressing myself in front of the camera. So definitely watch.
Season 29 is honestly the most amazing cast I've ever seen. You guys seriously helped me get out of my little bubble. And I don't know, I have so many fond memories of everyone. And so I think we make for a great cast, lots of entertainment.
If you ever want to see what a bunch of kids who did the morning announcements in high school are good at cooking or not, be sure to check it. That's a pretty amped description of this crowd. But yes, if you ever want to see some Americans in London doing some wacky cooking, definitely check it out.
And I would recommend anyone who wants to get on the show to try out. Just remember to conserve your energy. Remember to stay sane. And know that it is just for fun. So don't take it so seriously and have fun. And don't just say whatever thing they want you to say. Just be true to yourself and say, no, I won't say that. Because at the end of the day, it's our career, it's our life. I am very grateful to be on the show. I think this is going to open some doors for us to do more fun things.
Well said. Well said.
Amazing. No, don't go on the show unless you want to be abused. No, just joking. Go on the show, learn how to cook, because I got to go back and I have to redeem myself. So, yeah. It's Cari and I'm out. Bye.
And would I recommend this? Yes, as long as there's a crew that's as nice as these guys were. I can imagine it could be a very horrible experience without a nice crew, but I think we were pretty lucky with everyone on set being very nice and helpful, and I probably would have had breakdowns if it weren't for that.
Yes.
Yay.
Sure, go for it. I would recommend you at least know how to chop something and know what vegetables look like in their raw state. Other than that, that's all.
Okay, well, I am totally biased, but I really think that this season and this cast of Worst Cooks in America is the best one because we come with so many different unique talents and just unique personalities that I think sets us apart from other seasons. And if you're wanting to sign up for a television show, this is a really great one because everybody was so kind. It was a 10 out of 10 experience for me.
Yes.
Go Bean! Yay! And anyone considering being on a show, remember it's not 100% real and showbiz is showbiz. So you got to be ready for that.
Yeah, I recommended you can learn what fennel is, and that's that's a trait that I don't think anybody will ever forget. Yeah, so check it out, and we'll see you all there.
See you there.
Love you guys.
Love
I'm
you,
gonna go. I'm
sir.
gonna get kids
It's
ready.
the next one.
Oh,
Toodles.
All right. Love you all. I'm peacing out.
Bye.
Peace out.
love you guys. Have a great night.
Good night.
Scouty Cup Scouties.
See you soon, Ricky.